Hey everybody, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Brian.
Today we're talking about cars.
Cars, guys.
It's about time. They're all around us.
We've been talking about cars for a long time.
We have actually. We have been talking about cars.
I feel like it's been going down.
We've been talking about cars.
I know. We've been like dancing around the cars.
Yeah.
And we're finally going to have that conversation.
And they're everywhere, so it's pretty. I mean, it's one of the most ubiquitous forms of technology around us at all times.
And we're starting off here in the valley, which of course there's a bunch of tire spots, a different bunch of used car dealerships as well. And we're gonna walk over to Bob's Big Boy.
The only reason we're here though is because we couldn't make it all the way to Van Nuys, which is
very
really
true.
Known as like
keys on Van Nuys.
There you go. Basically, we wanted to be near some car dealerships. We're kind of striking out, but we're gonna walk to an iconic car place, a place where some of the coolest cars are collected. In fact, a Roadster just drove by. Maybe he's on his way there now. But we're going to end up at the one and only Bob's Big Boy, where they have the
best cars ever.
Cars every Friday, 4 to 10 p.m. And we're hoping to see some pretty cool ones. But we're about to walk by the Hand Car Wash on Ventura Boulevard. Dude. There's some really cool places out here.
Look at that right there.
Some good iconic memories of car culture here on Ventura Boulevard, and it's, you know, it's fun. Like we get to kind of geek out about roadsters and hot rods and muscle cars and just.
Oh man, I grew up in that car family too. So
yeah?
Yeah, car family. My whole family grew up in Michigan, love cars. My dad was a mechanic, my brother's a mechanic.
Or is that a Bronco? No. What is that?
It's a Bronco right there for sure. Oh yeah, that's a Ford Bronco.
Anyway, sorry. What kind of cars did you guys enjoy growing up? What was your
of course
car?
In my family, like my dad was a big Charger person.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he loved Chargers.
Yeah.
And so
you still drive a Dodge?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a Dodge family, aren't you?
I love Dodges. So we all love Dodges. I mean,
is it like is it kind of like what's that movie Tom Hanks did recently? Where if you're a Ford guy or a Dodge guy, like
stick to it all the time.
Yeah. Is it sort of like that, where you guys kind of like was it okay to branch out?
I'm changing their mind.
Foreign cars or anything?
Oh yeah, foreign cars. I went to Toyota, and then I've been back.
Oh, sacrilege!
Yes, I know. But you know what, Toyota, like, I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry, but Toyota still does have a lot of great perks with it too. It keeps going and going and going and going. Like that Energizer bunny. So
what kind of Dodge cars did you guys grow up working on though?
Well, we had a Dodge Wrangler for a while. Charger was a big thing. My dad was like a big into Dodges, but like we ended up moving to Ford for a while too.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and the Ford Traverse became a big family thing as well eventually. But we did have like we had a station wagon for a long time too. But you know, that's because you get the family. You're growing, you're trying to actually like put more people in it. You can't fit a lot of family members. Like my family's 5 people into one Charger. You can't do that, you know?
No, and then you also have the vans, right? Like
we had an Astro van for a long time.
Yeah, that was a big part of being able to expand for the family. But you had the Suburbans, you had the kind of like cars that were designed to carry a lot of people, passenger cars.
Which is what you need when you have a big family.
Absolutely. But a lot of the cars that kind of pushed the technology forward weren't like that. They
were not.
They were more sporty and more race oriented,
upscale.
Right? Yeah. Well, but also because I feel like what I've learned is that there's a lot of like salesmanship, gamesmanship with it. Like a lot of these brands were competing against each other for the fastest car, the coolest car, whatever. Like whatever could kind of capture the cultural moment.
We want the sportiest car, the fastest car. Sometimes America, right?
Sure. Yeah.
It's America. We started off by pushing towards that. But no, we actually started back at like different kinds of cars, okay? When cars first came around, cars were like not what they are today, guys. They're just not at all, right? What's your first like memory of a car?
Mine?
Yeah.
Personally? Oh, probably, I don't know. Probably driving in the car on a road trip or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like,
did you load up a lot in the car with the family and go someplace?
Yeah, we'd go camping, or you know, we'd load up the car and do our family trips that way. I think that's partly why the station wagons and the vans and the trucks and all these vehicles that can carry a lot of people have done so.
Did you have that station wagon with the back seat that actually faced towards the road?
No, we didn't have the suicide seat or whatever.
Yeah, we had that.
No, we didn't have one of those. But I do remember seeing people with those. Like I think Volvo had one.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, there's like all kinds of interesting things. You know, like seatbelt laws making it so you can't ride in the bed of the truck anymore.
Oh man, changed
Those were the
everything.
days, right? Like,
Yeah, we used to always sit in the back bed of the truck all the time. Like, let's just go. Let's just go. Let's make it happen. Like, there's no room, boy, get in the back.
There's an argument for the truck itself being like the iconic American family car, right? Like you got the Jodes driving in a Model T or whatever and going across the country to set up a whole new life somewhere else.
Yep.
And they've got literally like the attic and everything else, the kitchen sink all loaded up.
Dude, that's like Los Angeles too. How many people moved here just like pack your car up and go and like get out of where you're at and like find a new life, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what cars can do. They travel you everywhere. You're connected.
Right.
And honestly, we sit a lot of our life in cars, right? You know,
Too much.
95% of cars' lives in themselves are just sitting in a parking spot. Just
I believe
sitting
it.
in a parking
I
spot.
believe it. And then the other 5% is sitting in traffic. on the freeway.
Yes, so they're just sitting all the time.
We got to hop this thing.
Oh, you got a little, here we go, get it. Okay, here we go.
Well, and like part of that I think is because realistically you might want to have the freedom of a car,
Yeah.
but how much of your life is spent actually driving? Like very small amount. Like you really need it to get somewhere, and then once you're there, you're there.
Should we cross here maybe? I don't know what that
Yeah, we should
sidewalk's like right here.
But the car culture has a lot to do with independence, right? In general, being able to get up and go wherever you want to go.
Well, how old were you when you actually got your first car?
I inherited the family minivan first and had to endure that humiliation for a couple of years. But I think
Oh, hey buddy, we're going.
the cool thing is an empty minivan has a lot of pickup. You know? So you can
Yeah, it
kinda
does.
cruise. No, but I had that, and then my first fun car or project car was a Jeep. So I enjoyed.
Oh, a Jeep. That must have been cool.
Yeah, it was a
a Jeep.
1976 EJ5 that I put a new motor in with my dad, and it was just a nice way to kind of work together on a project together.
Was your dad very active building cars and like working on cars?
He was, yeah, my dad is super handy and has always been extremely capable when it comes to cars and gave me a lot of confidence to deal with him as well. Frustrating thing is like he would know something and be able to figure it out, but on a new car it was completely different, you know? And it was very apparent from a young age that learning how to master these tools and technology was irrelevant because they were literally changing it for the next model.
Well, everything's changing so much when it comes to cars. We look back at what cars used to be. They were like steel, and there was also like not all these like electronic parts too.
Well, I think a lot of that was justified in like, oh, we're innovating, we're making them safer, we're integrating all these new ways to protect the consumer. But it's like, or are you just making something that's designed to be obsolete within the time frame of your margins shrinking? So I think there's a little bit of like distrust that's kind of formed with seeing how so many of these technologies are designed to fail.
Unfortunately, that happens a lot though. It's all like meant to be like in the moment and not for like longevity.
Yeah, but we grew up with cars that were
Longevity.
reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah, vehicles that were like, oh, you know, I swear by this thing, it's gonna last me my whole life. And you're like, yeah, so how do I get one of those? Because they're not making them
for
anymore.
$700 as that used to be back in the day. $700 you buy a car. I used to watch, there's this movie, this series about, of course, JFK, where
Oh,
there's
nice.
like, this guy goes back in time and he's trying to actually, of course, save JFK. It's a Hulu show.
Right, right.
And he's like buying a brand new car for $700. I'm like, yeah, that's what it used to be. $700, and we're paying $30, $40, $50, $100,000 for a car too.
Well, I don't know if people are paying for it. I mean, I think they're finding the limits. But that's one of the weird things about this era right now is used cars used to be a huge part of the market, right?
Oh yeah.
Just in general, buying a used car and making it work and knowing that you can be handy enough to fix it if you have any problems, and that's going away because it's like if you don't have a lift and you don't have the ability to use a supercomputer to diagnose the problems that are being created on the fly,
Yeah, not at all.
then it's hard to have any respect for the apparatus that you're buying. So I think a lot of people are kind of losing their respect for the engineering, because it's not actually designed to be anything but some kind of a racket. So and I don't mean that to be
out like underwear now.
conspiratorial. I just mean, yeah, if you're making a sand castle and I'm in the market for a castle, I'm not buying your shit.
No.
Oh, sorry. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of really great cars that were made throughout, I would say maybe the 40s, 50s, 60s, that were made to last. They were designed to be reliable and efficient for the time. And through a lot of bureaucracy, we've decided those aren't efficient vehicles.
We don't need those anymore.
But like some of them are becoming extremely valuable collector's items, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I was looking up what are the top selling, most popular cars in history. And I'm thinking they're gonna be something kind of unique, something really, really like special, the Stingray or something where you're just kind of like, oh, that is a freaking cool car. Like there's nothing like it. No, it's the Ford Mustang.
That's what I'm saying. People love Mustangs.
There's a billion of them. I don't know. The Chevrolet Corvette, the Chevrolet Camaro, and Dodge Charger and Ford Bronco. I'm like, wait, Ford Bronco? Like, how are these cars that are not really considered classic cars or not really considered collectibles somehow ending up on that list? And it's just because they were iconic, you know? They were made in a way that was, I guess, had some style. And wasn't just like to offload it and get rid of it. It wasn't just one-off year. Like when in your mind does the Ford Mustang occupy? It's like timeless. It's not about 1 year.
And you know what's funny about the Mustang? They actually a couple years back, they were like, oh, we got to redesign our body to go back to what it used to look. Because people weren't buying them. Because it just didn't look like a Mustang anymore.
They totally became this rounded kind of like...
Oh, I saw them. I'm like, what are you doing right now? That's not the Mustang.
It looked more like a Charger.
Yeah.
And you start to think, oh, wait a minute. That's probably why people are buying the Charger more than the Mustang or whatever.
It's taking them back to that time, too.
Yeah.
And it's like they're losing their base at that point, too. I got a buddy that loves Mustangs. Shout out to you, Jordan. And he's always had a Mustang, too. And I'm like... he's told me, he argues and goes back and forth with me. He's like, what are we doing right now? It's not what we're supposed to be anymore. And I'm like, I get it, man. I get it. He's like, I usually change and upgrade, but now he's like stuck on the old models because they're just not looking like they should look.
Well, and what's ironic about that is like the whole system is built on consumerism, right? Like you're designing and innovating a new technology so that you can appeal to a consumer, so that you can offload your product and be done with it. They're not building a pyramid to last for centuries. They're building an item that can be sold for that year. And I think that initially there was a lot of pride in that and a lot of like, we got to make something that will be valuable in perpetuity. But at some point it became
like an iPhone.
Let's make something that's going to fail so that we can sell again.
Yeah. When did it become like an iPhone? It became like an iPhone at one point where they're like, oh, we're going to just like have a new model every year that's just going to have like little tweaks and updates that we're going to fall in love with. But it's really not giving us the innovation we used to have too. Like innovation was a big deal for cars a long time, like driving us from, of course, Model T's to now. hit that pole. Model
You're going to hit another one too. That way.
I'm going this way. Model T is tilted now. It's like we've definitely like lost the sight of what cars were supposed to be.
Well, so what? Let's go back to that. So what made the Model T so successful? Because, in a way, it was kind of the beginning of the assembly line.
Oh yeah.
As we know it, right? Like, I'm sure that was very common beforehand, making a lot of other products. But like, what was it about the Model T and about Ford that made a kind of like a turnkey product, something that everybody knew what to expect, and it wasn't something that was going to be worthless in a year. It was something that was actually going to retain value
Steel.
Steel.
Steel. I
Yeah.
mean,
Manufacturing in general, right?
Yeah.
Like,
caring about the parts you're putting in, also giving it like your all from, I mean, the littlest parts to like the biggest parts too.
I think that's a big part of the whole culture, is like the idea that this thing is made up of many parts, and if you understand it and you can source those parts, then you can fix it, you can replace it, you can keep it running. It wasn't a mystery, you know, it wasn't like chemistry as much as it was
I mean, the average car has 30,000
engineering.
parts in it.
Yeah.
30,000 parts in the average car.
Well, has that changed over time? I feel like the Model T didn't have 30,000 parts.
No, I'm saying nowadays though.
Yeah,
Nowadays, 30,000 parts. So like back in the day, we didn't have that because we didn't have the tech involved, like the radios to the screens, all the little intricacies that come with power locks, the Bluetooth, you know what I mean? But now like 30,000 parts is a lot of pieces in a car.
It's a lot of fail points.
A lot of fail points.
I think that's the main thing is like the more technology you introduce, the more opportunity you have for problems. And you know, it's like you can develop any kind of technology and expect it to be consistent and reliable, and even mass produce it and find a way to make sure that that's the case. But if you're constantly seeking to upgrade it, constantly seeking to improve on it, you're creating new problems.
Yeah.
You know, even if you've mastered something. And I think that was a big part of the problem with cars is once they perfected things in the 60s, it wasn't about...
60s changed everything a lot.
Yeah, it wasn't about like, oh, how do we make it faster? Or how do we make it cooler? It was about how do we make it safer? Right?
Yep.
How do we make it so that psychologically the customer base feels confident buying this instead of buying our competitor's car? And it wasn't about the innovation as much as it was about the sales and the
It took them a
marketing.
long time to care about safety though, too. It did.
Yeah.
Like for a long time, we were used to like cars didn't have seat belts. We just got them, we drove, you know, which also I get, like you just want to get in your car and run away and just drive off into the distance.
Yeah, you don't want to be stuck walking on the street like us.
No, like us, we're just walking around, right?
We would be at Bob's Big Boy in 15 minutes if we took a car.
Yeah, we'd be right there. It'd be 2 seconds, we'd be like, vroom, we're there. No worries, guys.
But there's a downside to all that too, right? Like car culture, when you're zooming past everything and you stop kind of connecting the dots. I think that's one of the things that I love about what we're doing on these episodes, like trying to actually remember, like, yeah, that took a while to walk from that place to that place.
Oh man, yeah.
And, you know, just even, how do we get across the freeway? In a previous episode,
Under
we
a
had
bridge.
to go under a bridge, under
The
like
river and to the woods,
Yeah.
to grandmother's house, guys.
under a horse trail, a horse tunnel, in order to use to access the other side of the freeway as a pedestrian. And you start to realize like how much cars themselves have actually locked us out of our access to one another.
Which cars used to be, of course, like, you know, we used to have like big carriages with horses attached to them. And to go away from that too was a big deal.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, well, how do we make this like make more sense for the general public too?
Well, also that's why we have garages, right? Like
Yeah.
you have
People.
an actual space for parking and securing that vehicle. Like now we're building places that don't have a garage. There's no parking considered.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, well, you wouldn't have even been able to get to your estate if you didn't have a carriage and a team of oxen or whatever to get you
To
there.
get you there. Well, even like back in the 40s, 50s, we used to have one-car garages, you know,
Right.
because we couldn't afford cars beyond one-car garage.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
used to be a symbol of like excess and fame, right?
Yeah.
Like the movie stars would get themselves a Great Gatsby kind of car
Yeah.
to kind of show off their wealth.
Oh, I have a bigger garage, so that means I'm more important. I have more money. I have more wealth, you know.
Oh,
That's-
that was a part of like the 90s too, right? The 2-car garage.
Yeah.
Remember that was like a huge change in terms of real estate. It's
Well,
like,
even in Los Angeles, you see that though too, is that LA has a lot of like one-car garages when you're renting someplace, you're buying a house, because we're built on that structure, of course, the old world, you know, the old
sure.
structure of society.
yeah. Yeah, and like what would you need more than one car for? I think that's part of the marketing of it all too, is like, oh, you know, you have a family, you should be able to go on your own, different places. And there's this independence and like individualism that is being sold to get as many cars off the lot as possible. But like that same exact argument really supports motorcycles or scooters or any of that, and we don't have that.
No, we don't have that.
Super uncommon to see people getting around on a scooter, or to see two people on a scooter.
We have e-bikes now. We have e-bikes.
Right, and like I feel like that's actually a in some ways a deterrent, you know, from the car market.
Lots of people on the sidewalk here.
Because why would you buy a car if you can get around your entire neighborhood and your whole life on a scooter?
You wouldn't buy a car.
So
most people wouldn't, you know.
But that's partly, we were talking in a previous episode about trains, and like, why did we go away from trains in LA? You know, there are profit motives that kind of force that upon us, right? Why don't we have a monorail designed by Walt Disney himself?
Why not? Why
I don't know. That's the question. We could have.
I love it.
Had it for 50, 60, 70 years.
Even like electric cars are super popular out here now. I mean, that's a big jump in time, but they're super popular. There was a time, and I've heard it from multiple people, there was a time where we could have gone from like, we'd choose gas or we'd choose electric, you know?
Yeah, what was it, like right after the World War II, right?
Yeah, we could have easily.
Late 40s
was there.
When we were kind of asking whether we should develop the railway system or if we should invest in highways, right?
Yeah.
And creating more.
We decided
roadways.
to go with highways and cars.
We decided.
Yes, we decided. The higher ups, the people above us, decided let's go with that and let's like build cars up and then push for those and go with gas and go with diesel.
Car insurance, parking.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's
cars are so expensive, aren't they?
There's a lot of expenses that don't.
I'm gonna trash on cars the whole episode. I love cars. But
no, we love cars. We love cars.
Yeah.
In fact, expensive. It is important to recognize like what they did achieve, because it's not just about the reason why you would want to buy the coolest new car or whatever. It's also the idea of I think not just independence, but like freedom to move, right? Watch that car. Freedom to kind of explore your environment, to
go everywhere.
Have access that other people before didn't have.
Yeah.
Because all they had was trains. All they had were other forms of technology. But in a weird way, it's like we've actually let those cars control us, right? Like I was watching something that was talking about how much space we dedicate to roadways versus how much we dedicate to pedestrian traffic. And it's hard to argue with the fact that we have these massive open ways.
Yeah, and now when it comes to everything else, we don't have the same space for it ever. You know what I love about...
yeah, we're struggling to find sidewalks half the time.
Oh man, we're walking all the time like, where's that nearest sidewalk? It's gotta be close, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, how there's so many spots in our communities that don't have sidewalks? That's like a whole new conversation. You probably have a whole episode about sidewalks.
Well, roadways and parking, you know, like you not only need a way to move the vehicle through the neighborhood, but you also need a place for it to end up so that you can get out and walk around and go engage. So there's definitely an argument for public transportation just by looking at the nature of cars themselves. But I think that here in America, when it comes to car culture, it is about connecting multiple states. It's about connecting multiple cities. You know, like, oh, I'm gonna drive to Vegas. So I'm gonna drive across country. Like there's a little bit of an element of like, this is a rebellion. This is an act of rebellion, right? Like I'm gonna go where the hell I wanna go in this thing and not where the tracks send me or where the plane is landing.
I can go anywhere.
Yeah.
What are the earliest like kind of car facts you found? You find anything like really fascinating about that too?
Like probably stuff related to
don't ever Google car facts. So let's get the actual brand too, by the way.
Oh right. Well, no, I would say
sucks.
The most interesting stuff was related to the fact that pre-gasoline, the world was open. Like there were so many ways considered to propel this vehicle. Like people were coming up with a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
And I think once it was decided, no, gas is the only thing, gas is the only way.
Let's go.
I think a lot of innovators just either died
Well, there was a patent too, wasn't there a patent?
Or unalived.
Trying to stop people from having 4 wheels too. There was a patent.
Yeah. Henry Ford fought a patent in when was that? 1879. Henry Ford fought a patent by George B. Selden because he was saying it was going to stifle innovation. And honestly, like that's reminds me again of like this moment we're in with AI right now, where people are like, "Hey, we can't regulate this. It's going to stifle its growth."
So
It's like it's a good argument, but at the same time, it's hard to kind of like zoom out and actually get a sense of whether that's just a dominant player trying to stop other competitors, or if it's actually a legitimate concern for the future of a technology that's brand new to the world.
Well, speaking about technology in cars, like even like the radio. You know, with the radio, adding a radio to a car and actually moving forward like entertainment while you're driving.
Yeah.
It's funny, there's a little known company back in the day that made the first radio. It wasn't RCA.
Oh, really?
Motorola.
No.
Motorola.
No way.
And they were under a different name, and then they actually rebranded as Motorola, the very first car radio, and they branched out, rebranded, and became a big conglomerate about, of course, cell phones. So the same company started radios.
Interesting.
Motorola, guys.
Makes sense, and it's
Flip
funny too because like
cell phones and car radios.
imagining car culture without radios is like almost
Insane.
it's
The
because like
Bluetooth, everything else syncing to it.
well, so looking at movies to talk about cars, obviously there's like exciting action films like Gone in 60 Seconds or Fast and Furious, right?
All that Fast and Furious for sure. You got to mention Fast and Furious about cars. You have to all the time.
Right, but like American Graffiti, George Lucas's film is about car culture. It's a little slow. It's a little bit of a paced down type of movie, but in general, like I can't imagine music not being a part of that movie, music not being a part of that culture.
Right.
And I think that the music was a huge factor in like, you had drive-ins, right? You had all kinds of things where the car was not only giving you freedom, but it was giving you access to other entertainment, other venues.
Drive-in movie theaters are the best. I'm just gonna say it right now. They're the best. I miss them. I thought after like the pandemic, we're getting back to that
Yeah,
time.
I was so excited.
I'm like, this is cool. This is the one thing
that's what's worth paying extra for, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, my younger generation gets it. We get it. We're like, let's all go to a drive-in movie theater and experience all the glory of sitting in our car. It's a great date situation. You're there, you can listen in your car, the big speakers you can add or go through your, of course, radio. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that because I thought we were gonna do that, That's an awesome piece of entertainment. There's so many, of course, movies that are influenced by cars. Cars is one.
Cars, yeah.
What a massive
Pixar.
one.
It's a good one.
Pixar, yes.
I was looking it up. I'm like, what kind of car is Lightning McQueen? And they were saying it was kind of like a mix between a Corvette and something else. I'm trying to remember now. Charger? No.
Charger? I can see that.
But yeah, I mean, like we have, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
even the Jodes showing up on, driving in a Model T or whatever it was.
Driving Miss Daisy.
Driving Miss Daisy. You have
hey, you're my whole character right there.
you have the Clampets, right? Rolling up in their Model A, or I don't know what it was, but like some of that just like hits you in a way subtly that you don't really realize. It's like these are a character in the American story in a way,
There's
not just a tool or an innovation, not just like a TV. Like in some ways, I feel like cars are way more part of our culture and a part of who we are as Americans than even TV.
Dude, I grew up in Michigan, so I know. So of course, the Motor City.
Yeah.
And we went through a lot with Flint and developing and losing all of that. And they still have a museum that's down by like Kalamazoo right now, where you can actually learn how to drive a Model T.
No way.
They have Model Ts there. They teach you how to drive it. They have the biggest ever. If you're in Michigan, maybe one day when we do Cars Part 2, we'll go there. It's like a 5-hour experience. You can walk through this place, see all the cars of all the history.
Do they teach you how to drive stick?
They do, yes.
That's great. Yeah,
Because
because
you
like
have to.
manual, that's another thing that's kind of been lost.
It's super lost.
Yeah, and it gives you a connection to the way that you're driving. It gives you a connection to your
Dude, I love driving manual
acceleration
transmission,
yeah.
a 6 shift. I love it. I grew up
Absolutely.
on that.
Yeah, me too.
That's the first way. You're same thing, huh?
Yeah,
Like,
3-speed CJ5.
dude.
Yeah.
And honestly, watch the
70 miles an hour in third gear, man.
Here we go.
Yeah, and I feel like it gives you kind of like not just patience, but it gives you like an anticipation, where you're thinking about the other drivers, you're considerate of
Yeah.
other people, because you have to be. You have to be able to react to something, in a timely fashion so that you can do it safely. And I think adding an extra element of thinking about the gear you're in, thinking about the leverage that you have to go a certain speed or not is a massive psychological component that's been lost because of automatic.
100%.
And I know that's a weird thing to say, but like it really does make a difference.
It helps
So,
you learn how to drive it even better, if you ask me. A lot of people
Yeah.
don't know how to actually drive a car until they've driven an actual manual transmission.
Yeah.
Because you can feel the gears, you can feel when it's like, it's hiccuping, it's hesitating, it
You
needs
wanna
a
cross
shift.
here?
I think maybe we go this way. I mean, we have to go up Vineland, right? That's the next one. We'll have to cross in. We can go if you want. We can have to
No,
cross
fine,
though.
fine.
I think the sidewalk gets iffy over there.
Yeah. Yeah, the sidewalk is iffy in a lot of places because this is a car culture.
It really is.
I don't know if you noticed. We're on the corner of a gas station right now. That's another thing. Like these are all here because we drive gas cars, right?
Gas
Like-
prices in California right now, guys. Just so you know.
Oh, there you go. Just for reference.
Just for reference, we're in Los Angeles.
All right, it's under $6.
Woo!
Hey.
Yeah, raise the roof right now, everybody. Raise the roof.
So what's your dream car? Like if you were to
Dude, it's funny because
money's no object. You
think I would have something that'd be insane, right? But I just want a RAV4. I love Toyotas now. I fall in love with them. I just want a nice RAV4. I could, honestly, if I could, it sounds pretty lame.
Yeah,
It sounds pretty lame. It really does.
Come on, man. This is a dream. You can do whatever,
And-
Lamborghini. I don't care. Whatever
I
you
don't care
want.
for a Lamborghini. I could maybe get a Corvette. My brother had a Corvette though one time.
Okay.
He bought one for a while and I got into it. I mean, it was pretty cool. There's like a 1983 Corvette. There's only one ever existed. You know that?
Really?
One existed because they were developing it because of like emission laws and everything else.
Okay.
They were having
So it
problems.
was like a concept car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a kid
prototype.
car, like a kid car, you know?
Well, that's another thing we could talk about is supercars. Like that wasn't something growing up. I mean, there were only a few, right? Like you had Lamborghini, you had Ferrari, you had McLaren, and maybe even Pagani. But like now there's like 100 supercar companies.
There's a lot. There's a
a
lot.
lot more than there were.
Cars of the future, you know?
Yeah.
I like futuristic
Koenigsegg.
looking cars.
What's that?
I want futuristic kind of cars. I want to revolutionize what we're doing with cars.
I like them, but I only like them if they're actually trying to solve a future problem.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a lot of like kind of innovation just for the sake of change in the terms of car design. If you're making something faster,
Yeah.
great,
Let's go.
do it. But yeah, there's a lot of like, how do we make something a better version of the same thing, which is a little, I don't know. I feel like we've kind of lost some of the benefits of what makes a car so personal. Like it's relatable. It's something that you can actually use. One of the weirdest things that I've seen about a car lately, and I was like, oh, that actually is really human. I appreciate that. Is the freaking umbrella that comes in the Rolls Royce. I'm like,
Umbrella?
oh, yeah, have you seen that?
No, I have not.
There's like an umbrella in a Rolls Royce, like a fancy umbrella.
What's
yeah.
it? Just in case it rains?
Yeah, it comes with the car.
Oh, man. Dude,
I'm like, that's the kind of practical innovation. I know I would never buy a Rolls Royce, but like if I had one, at least I wouldn't have to buy an umbrella. You
Yeah.
know? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like those types of innovations are actually more impressive to me. Like the windshield wiper.
It was a big one.
Yeah, and just like recognizing that there's
Created
these
by a female.
issues
wiper.
that everybody deals with. It's not about, your status. It's about using that tool or needing that service addressed in a certain way. So
I had to find this guy's name, but even cruise control.
Yeah.
I love bringing up cruise control.
Oh yeah.
It's a play off my name, but
Cruise control is a very
created by a blind person.
Really?
Created by a blind person.
No way.
Like how is a blind man making cruise control? Because he doesn't want to have to worry about seeing. That's why.
It's incredible.
I can find his name. I do have it. If I can't find it, I will pop it up.
Wait, I think I read about this. It was somebody who was riding along with his friend, right? And he noticed an inconsistency in the way he was driving or something.
Okay.
And he wanted to, I think I read about
wanted to fix it, right?
I don't remember the blind part, but that makes sense. Because it's like your other senses are heightened, so you would notice things that a driver might not.
Ralph Teeter. Ralph Teeter, actually, a prolific blind mechanic engineer from the Perfect Circle Corp. He actually invented cruise control in the 1940s, late 1940s.
Wow.
With a patent filed in 1948 and granted in 1950, everybody.
Wow.
So, creating cruise control.
There you go.
Who would have thought?
Your namesake.
Hey, I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. I got to bring that up every time we talk about anything that's like driving. Any
Absolutely.
kind of fluid motion forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you're new to our show, you should subscribe and you should go check out Cruise Control. Brian's show about entertainment and what's going on. It's pretty great and it's always a good time.
We're always having a good time.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
We're talking about
Hanging
this
out
and
with
then
Cruise
back
Control.
here on Thursdays for Walkin' and Talkin', everybody.
But cars are a part of our lives in a way that we really can't even you couldn't extract it, right?
Yeah.
Like, it becomes a milestone. You remember when you got your license. You remember how old you were when you
15.
got your first car. And you remember maybe the first road trip you took or the first long trip away from home.
Dude, I went to Florida.
Breakdowns, all of those things you remember, right?
I remember everything.
Yeah. I mean, I have AAA as insurance. That's that is my version of insurance.
How long have you been a AAA member? Come on, Aaron. How long?
So after the first 3 times that somebody else had to hook me up with their AAA,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm
diving in.
I'm in.
We're
in.
hooked.
You guys
You got me.
just being able to help other people out. If you see somebody is struggling, you can call AAA and you can have them show up and help facilitate the problem. I mean, that was something that felt so American to me. I'm like, look, I know I'm gonna have issues sometimes, and these people have helped me out. Why wouldn't I pay that forward?
Yeah.
So that was genuinely why I did it. But it's been a lifesaver. I've had batteries die in garages and been able to have somebody come replace my battery.
Just like that, when you need them to pop up, they're there.
Yeah. So the Auto Club is definitely, I think, an essential part of.
Better than State Farm.
If you care about cars and you want to make sure you can get from A to B without stress, it's definitely.
They've got your back.
They do, and
in all weather, all situation, they'll show up.
Man, I don't even know what I do.
We're not sponsored by AAA. We're not sponsored by AAA.
In California, in the valley, I had my car windshield frosted over one morning. I couldn't believe it.
California, really?
Yeah. And I was like, this is what they deal with up in Michigan?
All the time, every morning.
Gosh.
Every morning.
This thing off just to move it. It's my hat's off to you guys. It's not easy dealing with cars in inclement weather, but
it's not fun. And of course, I had an old when I was younger, I had an old oh man, Caprice Classic. There it is, Caprice Classic. And to wake up in the morning in the middle of cold, I had to pump the gas 3 times before I could actually turn it on. Because the combustion system was different, you know?
Yeah.
And so I had to pump it 3 times and turn it, and it still wouldn't start sometimes. Pump it 3 more times and start it, but if you pumped it too many times, it would flood the engine and it wouldn't start.
Yep.
And so we don't have that anymore, but back then, that was in a 1970s car, you had to actually do that.
Well, now when you turn the ignition and it doesn't start, you go, well, I guess that's it. I got to call some help.
I got to call somebody. This is not what it's supposed to be doing at all, right?
I think that's one of the frustrating things about a lot of modern cars is I think that it used to be very much a thing that you could, you could work on it. You could do your own, you could understand your own car and you could know, oh, it does that sometimes or whatever. Oh yeah. But then what we have now they're iPhones. They're iPhones you drive around, and if anything goes wrong, you got to reboot the whole thing.
Well, think about being stuck in the side of the road too. I got a flat tire one time going to Michigan State, middle of a storm. It's like 11 o'clock at night. No AAA,
Yeah.
nothing. Snowing and blowing. I had to like figure it out, change the tire on my own. But now like you have like help with that too. And also I didn't have a smartphone. So at that point too, there was no way of like triangulating where I'm at too. Different times back then.
Yeah, well,
Much more connected.
when I started working in LA, everybody swore by the Thomas Guide. Like you had to have the Thomas Guide.
The Thomas Guide.
Big old book with a bunch of lines and numbers, and you had to find your location and then get you know, some kind of a route to it. But then GPS showed up and the phones had it, and it totally changed everything. Like the maps. AAA used to be a way that you could get maps for your road trip, and all that's kind of gone away because of the phones. So
I'm gonna say no to that Thomas Guide now. It worked at that time, but like, man, no thank you.
whoa, if the grid goes down and you don't have anything, trust me, I would rather a Thomas Guide than nothing at all. But
Go with the Thomas Guide. You make it happen. You can actually have that. Do you still have the Thomas Guide?
no, but I know how to use one.
Oh, yeah.
That's more important.
So
I wanted to talk about Bob's Big Boy before we got there because
we're
they
getting
have
closer. We're moving
know,
fast. We're walking fast in this one, guys.
yeah. Not as fast as the wiggly wavy arm guy, but
Well, he's moving. He's always moving.
we what I realized is they've been doing this car show every Friday for 33 years, since
Woo.
1993.
Every Friday night.
Every Friday night. Jay Leno is one of the regular attendees. I think he's had his cars there. So, you know, it's a good time, and it's definitely people who care about cars showing up. And the one time I went there and there were a bunch of Sunbeam Tigers, the car that Maxwell Smart drives in Get Smart.
Okay.
So it's kind of my favorite roadster, but like there's all kinds of cool. I think they coordinate, and it's like, hey, we're all gonna bring this type of car. So it's definitely it's worth showing up on a Friday, get a burger, and see what kind of cars are there.
And Jay Leno loves cars.
Yeah.
And Jay Leno also, during the actual like writer's strike and the actor's strike, he actually put like an open tab, and he was just like, you know what, for all the actors, all the writers that come in here, I'm gonna pay for their food. So he actually put like thousands of dollars down. He's like, you know what, Bob's Big Boy is my spot. They appreciate the arts, the cars, all of that. So like a lot of people got a lot of meals on Jay Leno at that time too.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's
I found out after the fact, and I was kind of like, what? Did that happen?
too late. Yeah.
That happened? So thank you, Jay.
It's one of those cool spots that I think is very old Hollywood, and it has that feel of like blending very different worlds, you know, like you have kind of like the suburbia car culture mixing with the studio, people like Jay Leno, whatever. I don't know, it's a cool way to kind of ground everything, and I can imagine there are people from all types of walks of life showing up with the same car and just nerding out about it.
Classic cars are so cool.
Yeah.
I would love to have a classic car, actually. I'm gonna go back on the RAV4. A classic car would be great.
A classic RAV4?
Yeah, like maybe like, I don't know, like a Chevelle, or maybe even like, a Super Sport. My uncle has a Super Sport. It's freaking cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool. It's like a 1968 Super Sport.
Nice.
Something like that where you can actually feel the engine grinding and you're moving and you feel like you're like actually in sync with the car.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Smelling the gasoline.
Smelling the gasoline. I worry about, also it's like, I feel like at one point, we get to the point where we're just driving on like racetracks, you know? I actually like the idea. We have Waymos and stuff out here, so we've advanced towards that where there's like self-driving cars everywhere in Los Angeles.
Well, that's what I feel about some of the like supercar stuff in Vegas, where it's like, oh, come to Vegas so you can drive a supercar on a racetrack, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, but I want the open road.
But like,
I do want to get out there.
Is that any different than using a simulator?
It's really not.
I don't know. But yeah, there's.
But I like the idea of like.
I'd be worried about grinding the gears, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Like, just give me a simulator.
You never want to break out a transmission, like destroy a transmission. Trust me, I did it when I was younger. I really wore and tore on our S10 as a kid on that manual transmission. My brother's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm learning. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to do that dance, you know."
Well, that's why I think manual is so important. Like, if you don't actually know how to use a clutch, like you're missing out. Like, that's a big part of life.
It's learning how the actual motor works.
Yeah.
How the car actually operates.
Yeah. And also just like being connected to a machine that way, instead of being kind of like a passive participant.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I definitely, it changed the way that I appreciated the mechanics of any vehicle when I learned how to drive stick, because now it's, I don't know, it's not just something that you push a button or you turn a key. It really is a tool that you're using, you know?
Yeah.
So,
And I think there's a lot of us that could actually learn more from cars if we actually learn how to do that. So a lot of
100%.
people don't know how to do it. They don't understand the mechanics behind it, how it works,
Yeah.
you know, and I just think, I'm happy I learned that way. It's a lost art. It's like cursive. It's like a lost art,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
What's your favorite? What's the car? I didn't ask you what's the car you want. What's the car?
Probably another Jeep.
All right.
Yeah.
Off-road.
One that I can keep. But I've always been more interested in like something that can go off-road than something that can go really fast.
Okay.
So that's
Going off-road. So a Cybertruck, right? That's what you want?
Oh, no way. But no, I was watching a documentary about the development of cars, and they were talking about the reliability being a huge factor.
Yeah.
They wanted something that was actually going to start in the cold and be something that wasn't going to be fragile, basically. So that's actually one of the reasons why Ford was so successful, because it wasn't about the fastest car or the best car. It was about the most reliable car. Apparently they used to use races to kind of determine which one was the better car. And
Really?
there was a story about a Ford car racing against another car that was a lot faster but kept stalling. So it was a little bit of a tortoise and the hare type of
Stalling's going to take you out every time, though. You can't
Yeah,
get that
exactly.
stall factor.
Anything consistent and reliable is way better than something that's going too fast and then stalls out.
And all the elements mess it up, too. So if it's cold, it's just like frigid, like that ice, that cold will take it out. Battery power, of course, in the Midwest and also back east, it's hard to have electric cars, too, because, of course, the cold takes it out, too.
Yeah.
But also, I did love the story of Tucker. We're going to talk about a little bit of pop culture here, too.
I haven't seen it, so you're going to have to fill me in on that one. I definitely need to check it out, and I feel bad knowing it was a Coppola movie.
Coppola, Francis Ford
Like,
Coppola.
what? How did I miss this?
I know, right? Francis Ford Coppola, Jeff Bridges as well.
Wow.
Telling the story of Preston, of course, Tucker, who was at a time back in like the 40s, was like, I want to revolutionize what we're doing with cars. And he actually made like the very first like pop-out windshields.
Wow.
And also he did change the dashboard to be, of course, softer. So of course, if something happens and you hit the dashboard, it's softer for safety. It was always about safety for him. He also did integrate a new safety belt mechanism in that as well. And at that point, back in the 40s, we didn't have the safety belts. I know they did start like letting those come in a little bit as an accessory or an addition, but it wasn't like built into every car. You had to ask for it and pay more for it. It wasn't until the 1960s when we actually started like regulating that and making safety belts actually necessary, but he did revolutionize some of this stuff with that too.
Well, they needed like studies to prove that it was actually effective, right?
Yeah.
There was all these commercial campaigns basically suggesting that it would limit the driver or make it harder for them to drive. I don't know what the
company didn't like what he was doing, though. They did not like what he was doing.
Definitely seems like a great innovation, being able to strap people safely into their vehicles.
Oh yeah, but I understand,
Saved a lot
like,
of lives.
I understand like companies be like, we don't do that, you know what I mean? And then they get mad at him, and that movie gets into some of that stuff where he was being like fought after, attacked because he was trying to revolutionize that.
Yeah.
He actually had a third headlight too, that actually when you turn the wheel,
you could turn it. You could move it.
You move it, yeah.
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 Oh yeah. That's a great idea.
That was him.
A headlight that follows the steering wheel.
Yeah, follow the steering wheel. That was him.
Great idea.
And,
But like those innovations are usually killed by the same thing that the industry is trying to push to support itself, which is consistency and reliability. And it's like the entire system is about upheaval. You know, it's like this year we need something new that's better than last year.
Yeah.
And different.
Like the iPhone.
But don't change anything.
But don't change it. You change too much, people are gonna freak that out. You know what I mean?
It's true, and like, it's when it's about selling somebody on something, it's like you have to change it enough in a way that they feel excited to buy it, but not change it because, you know, they need to be able to rely on.
Feel comfortable, feel at home, feel like they're in the same element.
It's always been considered one of the hardest businesses to succeed in. So
the light was really cool for a second on you. getting late at night. We haven't done a lot of late night walking and talkings here too, but
Yeah, we
it's
lost
cool.
the light, but I think it'll be all right.
It's cool. It looks really cool, guys. You guys know.
Should be
looks
able
really
to see
cool.
those cars all right.
But also, of course, talk about Fast and Furious, all the different car movies, Tokyo Drift. There's so many of those, guys.
Can you guess what the most expensive car was
Ooh.
ever sold?
Ooh. Ever sold or expensive to make? Ever sold, probably, right?
Most expensive car ever sold.
I mean, we got to be pushing over 100,000 for sure, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, millions. Try
Over $1
math.
million, okay. Over $1.5 million?
Way over.
What?
In 2022, a Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR,
Of course, Mercedes.
built in 1955, was sold for $142.9 million.
Oh, how
And
did you have that money?
apparently the last record was 90 million. So it like launched over the last record.
Oh.
So yeah, and I don't know if it's still worth that much, but
Probably not.
hopefully
As
they'll,
soon as they drove it off the lot, the price went down.
exactly.
They were like, oh man, why did I wait?
Exactly.
Someone's like, I'll give you 80 million for it, you know? As soon as they walked off the lot.
Exactly. Well, that's always the way. So I think we can make
Cars. Will we get flying cars ever? I have to ask that question.
Well, is it a car once it's flying?
It's a plane at that point, right?
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. I feel like it starts to,
Is it a sandwich?
like you asked the
Going back
question
to that.
during our last transportation episode about trains, like
Yeah.
what about flying trains? And I'm like, yeah, but is it still a train if it's not on tracks?
Should we wait for the...
Yeah, let's wait. I think it's the same thing. Like a car is supposed to be on land. It's supposed to be on wheels. And as soon as it's flying, it's just
not.
a car that, or sorry, it's just a plane that can drive.
Unless you're James Bond.
Maybe, yeah.
He goes
Bond.
underwater. He goes everywhere.
Well, we should talk about some of the craziest cars because we tried to go to a place that had some cool cars, like the Batmobile.
Yep.
And
PK Studios, they're gone. They're closed now.
was it Pee Wee Herman's car?
Pee Wee Herman's car was there.
All kinds of cool stuff.
They also had like, I mean, think about anything from pop culture, it was there.
There used to be a shoe car over in Burbank by
Shoot.
the Warner Brothers ranch.
The smallest car was like, only went like, I think the first car went 9 miles per hour, by the way.
That's it?
The very first car was like 9 miles per hour.
Slower than walking.
And the person that got their first speeding ticket was going 9 miles per hour. And at the time it was like 2 miles per hour for the actual speed limit. So it was like, they got messed up bad.
Wow.
They're like, what are you doing, man? Like you're going 9 miles per hour, you're done. You're shut down.
You're going like 5 times more
know?
than the speed limit.
You are done.
Oh shoot, that was it. All right, let's go.
All right, go.
Well, and a lot of these laws and traffic laws, a lot of the, I guess, what is that called?
Regulations on driving.
Municipality, I don't know.
Cleveland, Ohio was the very first place to put a traffic light in.
Makes sense. A lot of these rules that we live under that govern us on a daily basis are due to car culture, right? Like,
Yeah.
Where we can walk, where we can drive, whether we can cross, how you're supposed to stop and start, and the speeds that you're allowed to go. It's all based on the laws around automobile safety. So it's interesting. I feel like our law books tripled because of cars.
Oh yeah.
Because,
Oh, for 100% sure.
Right?
100% sure. They shook up Congress completely. Like, what are we gonna do with all this now?
Yeah.
How to regulate this? How do we stop and help keep people safe, but also, get our cut of cheddar too,
What are a few of your favorite like car movies? Because we've mentioned a few, but I think that there's a good list that we should probably touch on.
Yeah, I mean, like when it comes down to cars, Ford and Ferrari was a great movie.
I haven't seen that one, but I
Baby Driver, one of my favorite ones too.
It's a great one.
It's a great movie. Baby
great
Driver
one.
is so good. I mean, trying to think. I mean,
F1 just came out.
F1. I still haven't seen F1.
Oh, dude, F1 is really good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really, really good. I was
Brad
kind of
Pitt?
skeptical, and it was actually really great.
Is it as good as Days of Thunder? Because I still love Days of Thunder. I know people hate it sometimes.
Dude, I actually think it's better than Days of Thunder.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't tell Tom.
I really do. But also Talladega Nights.
Oh, that's a great movie.
Comedy.
Shake and bake. Shake and bake, everybody.
Joyride.
Oh, Joyride.
The Transporter. Mad Max.
Oh, Mad Max.
Mad Max is definitely a car movie, right?
It's a great car movie. It really
most
is.
tricked out cars you've ever seen.
Mad Max, and it's like intense too for car movies as well.
The apocalypse might happen, but cars will still be a thing.
Oh,
Like,
they'll
let's
always
clear.
be here. Look at every like zombie movie too, even like Walking Dead. There's always cars.
Always.
They figure out a way to make them work
Yeah.
so they can get everywhere.
That's why electric cars are just gonna be dead on the side of the road, but a gas car,
We're gonna fill up tanks.
diesel, great. No
Using that, would you ever, I mean, I guess if you have to, with that hose, like siphoning it out from the gas tank and putting it into a new gas tank?
Sure, yeah, why not?
You gotta do it. You gotta do it, right?
You gotta do what you gotta do, yeah.
You gotta make it happen. How about Drive? Drive was one of my favorite movies too.
Drive
You
is
see that?
good, yeah, Drive
Ryan
is really
Gosling.
good. Yeah, I was gonna say Thelma and Louise.
Oh, that's another great one
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Bonnie and Clyde, they do a lot of driving there too, don't they?
Yeah, they ended up in a car.
Yeah,
That's where it ended.
I'm saying. Bonnie and Clyde.
Yep, yep.
And I said Tucker, that's one of my favorite ones too. It's just fun because it's like,
I can't wait to see that one actually.
it's a great, it's Francis Ford Coppola.
Bullet is another good one.
Ooh, Bullet.
What about, what's this one? Love Bug.
How about, you said
Italian Job.
Italian Job's a great car movie.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Also, like, Italian Job's so good.
So good.
Oh, man.
And it like totally revived the Mini Cooper, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like when that
100%.
movie came out, I mean, that was a remake,
And the
but when that
Cooper
movie
took out
came
Ford.
out with Mark Wahlberg, it like completely rebirthed the Mini Cooper,
Yeah.
which was pretty amazing because it was a dead car.
Would you
at
drive
that point, right?
would you drive a Mini Coupe? Would you do it? It's too small for me. It's like those smart cars, but I think it's
I'm not
cool.
gonna lie, that movie made it look cool, but I don't know that it would be worth the
Yeah. No, if it's worth it, you know?
no.
Gone in 60 seconds, everybody?
If I wanted a car that small, I'd probably get like a Fiat or something.
Yeah, Fiats are cool.
Yeah.
I would probably go with, I mean, I might actually get a Bug. You know, I would actually
Yeah.
try to drive a Bug first.
Like
'cause
one of the new ones or an old one?
An older one, because they've been
Yeah,
out
yeah.
for so long.
Tried and true.
Like, Herbie, let's go, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's fly away.
The Love Bug, right?
Love Bug, yeah.
I feel like,
Night Rider, everybody, Night Rider.
isn't that what the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang wasn't?
Yeah,
that-
Chitty Chitty
was-
Bang Bang,
was that-
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Even Flubber used cars too.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, you're flying in a car.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, is Transformers? Those are cars, right?
100% cars.
Yeah, Transformers. Can't not mention it.
Transformers. I love
Um,
Transformers. One of my favorite franchises right there as a kid.
I think like the movie that really made me excited about cars was Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, it's such a great
Nicolas
movie.
Cage, stealing cars. Pretty cool.
And it's like the action packed. It's like what, I mean, I might get some hate for this. I might get some hate, but it's what Fast and Furious should have been.
Oh, well, but like I think that's kind of where Fast and Furious went wrong after a couple
Became too much
movies.
about
is
Corona
that-
and family.
Yeah, well, I think it became more about like spectacle
Oh
than
yeah.
it was about like car culture and loving cars. And
They went
I
to
don't know.
space. Let's be honest. They went to space.
there's not any use for cars in space.
No.
Like there aren't any roads
Doesn't
up
work.
there. That's literally the quote, right? Like where we're going,
We don't
have-
need
we
roads.
need roads. So it's
That's
like
more Back to the Future stuff there
maybe
too.
you should stay away
DeLorean.
from space if you're doing a car movie. That's just my thought.
I would have loved a DeLorean in my life too. I would have driven a DeLorean.
Yeah, yeah.
It's too hard to find those too.
Well, I feel like they also are representative of a type of car, of a concept car,
Yeah.
right? In a way that before, I don't know, before the 90s, concept cars were very experimental and very like, I don't know, they just weren't part of the mainstream. So that was a unique one that actually made it into kind of like a mainstream awareness.
What's your, so do you have a brand of choice? I don't know if I ever asked you that. Brand of choice?
Well, before Stellantis, it was Jeep.
Okay. So it's
But
always Jeep.
It's always kind of, I mean, it's been,
So that's why you want to go back.
I don't know, Jeep was a declining quality brand when I was enjoying it, and then they tripled the prices. So it didn't make much sense to me to pay triple price for something that was going to fail.
Yeah.
But
Like, what are we doing, guys?
maybe someday they'll get back to the roots of what made them so special, which was actually the fact that GIs could assemble it in the field.
Yeah.
A little different than plastic parts kind of
You
being
can't do it.
put together to look
The
like a
steel.
fancy, shiny piece of luxury crap. But yeah, I don't know. If they let the GIs build them again, I think I would buy another one.
Go back to it.
Yeah.
The smallest street legal car ever was 54 inches long, by the way. 54 inches.
long.
54
Not
inches.
like this long.
There we go. Think about that. 54 inches long.
How long is 54 inches?
Like pretty much that.
How,
By the Peel P50, that's what it was.
how do you fit in that?
I don't know. That was the street legal, the smallest car ever.
Wow. Okay,
Let me throw in some random facts.
I feel like I gotta
here.
throw in some random thing. Did you know that over 16 million cars were sold in the USA in 2025?
What?
16 million.
People were still buying
And
cars
everybody
then.
was posting, "Oh, the car industry's dead. Everybody,
Yeah.
cars are dead. Owning cars are dead." I'm like, oh, but then the record, I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
think-
It's
I
hard to
think, like,
gauge.
I think maybe people were like nervous because I guess it was getting like more expensive to make cars.
Yeah,
And so let's buy it now before we can't.
there was a lot of demand pulled forward for sure.
Yeah. Before it's going up, maybe.
Yeah, the whole microchip problem.
Oh, microchips are a big
Right.
deal too. Because
But-
again, cars, I mean, we thought we had problems when we went from like electric windows to like from roll up to electric. Now
Yeah.
we're worrying about like in my car, sometimes my display has issues when it's too hot. I'm like, now we have first world problems with cars.
For real. Well, I'll have issues with my stereo, and I have to literally pull over, shut the car off, restart everything in order to have the stereo work properly.
Oh,
So if you're
what?
driving somewhere, you're not going to do that.
No, you're not going to do that at all. You can't do it.
Right.
Now you're pissed because you're driving. You can't stop. If you're running late for something too, you're like, what am I doing?
But that's the fail point thing. All of these new pieces of technology incorporated are just additional fail points.
But it's so cool though.
It is when it works.
Yeah.
When it doesn't work, it's the opposite. It's like I'd rather just not even have it at all. I'd rather plug something in than have Bluetooth if the Bluetooth doesn't work.
To heat seat or not to heat seat? That is the question here.
You know, the amount of times I thought I was having a stroke because I was sitting in a heated seat, I would say I'd go without them. I'm good without them.
Would you do a heat cooler? They had that? Like a cooler, like a butt cooler maybe? I don't know what you
I
call
don't
that.
know, maybe.
Seat cooler?
Isn't that's what an air conditioner is for? That's what the windows are for.
It's true. It's true. It's the worst when you run out of AC in California too. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah,
Now we're like, oh, and people didn't used to have ACs in their cars.
right.
You know,
They
we
just
didn't
use
have
the
that.
convertible,
I
right?
think that Benz was like even imagining when he was creating the car before, like, oh, a radio and coolant in the car, and
Did we mention him? 1886, Carl Benz,
we not message car.
first gas-powered vehicle. 1886.
1886.
It seems like way earlier, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, wait, 1886. So by the 1900s, gas-powered cars were already 14 years old.
Man,
Like that's kind of wild. Like
pretty insane.
I don't really think about gas cars being that ubiquitous by the turn of the century, but
Apparently they were.
apparently, I mean, if you've got Mercedes-Benz starting up 14 years before, but you also have just like so many people getting into that space, you know? Like the American auto manufacturers were a big part of it. They were like flooding into the market, but there was kind of a sense of like, look, everybody's doing something weird. I think I can do something better. Like there was kind of like a sense that there was space in the market to make something new and to really impress.
Improve it and update it.
Improve it and impress the market and impress the audience that you're looking for. So I don't know. I definitely think we're in a new era that's similar with technology, where a lot of the things that people are saying are fear-based or designed to kind of like channel a response. And it was similar back then. A lot of people were afraid of trains moving so fast that people couldn't think straight.
Yep.
Just delusional things like that.
Like, it's gonna be fine, guys. It's gonna be fine.
Right. So I
We're
think
gonna be okay.
it must have been twice the problem with automobiles, because you have somebody who's just accepted the idea that we can use a train to go 3 times as fast as a horse would carry us, and now we have to adapt to a vehicle independently operated by maybe our kid driving that thing even
Kids have
faster than
cars
the
too.
train. You know, it's
Kids have
a lot of
cars too, though.
change.
They have
It's a
power
lot of
wheels.
change very fast. Sure, but I think that it is a lot of power to give over to somebody who hasn't fully, come into their own yet. So I think there's a little bit of that American graffiti teenage kind of, hey, I want that independence, but it makes sense why parents would be like, you're not ready for that.
No, you can't handle that right now. What are you talking about?
We made it. The sign isn't lit up, but hey, we're here. We're at Bob's Big Boy on the corner of Riverside and Rose.
We're at Rose.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna go check out some cars now.
Yeah, guys.
Hopefully you guys can see some of your own cool classic cars this week. But
we should, if we actually get a little
closer, take a look.
I think we should take a look.
Let's do it.
I think we should take a look because we're right here. We've been talking about it all night, just so you guys get a glance fast, and then we're gonna call it an episode. This actually went faster than I thought. We ran here though. We were running.
We had to. Yeah. Well, how much time?
Hour 5.
Oh, yeah, we're good.
Not bad, right?
Yeah. Like right there, you got it. What is that? A Chevelle?
Yeah. Look at this. That's it's a super sport.
That's a Nova, Chevy Nova.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool cars here.
All right. Look at this right here. So of course at Bob's Big Boy, they go all out, right?
Yep. You got some vans.
You can see like even on the side streets, you have some that are just like chilling right here. Everybody can't fit in here, Aaron. They're trying. They can't all fit in that little Bob's Big Boy parking lot right there.
Pretty cool. I mean, the parking lot's full, so there's plenty to see.
And it starts at 4 p.m., right?
4 o'clock from 4 to 10 every
Friday.
Yeah, it's a fun time. Looks like the whole neighborhood.
Classic cars right here. You can here at Bob's Big Boy, everybody. Look at all the people here too. Checking them all out.
It's a good time. It's a good Friday night activity.
It's great. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us on an episode of Walkin' and Talkin'.
See you guys next week.
Take care.
Walking and talking.